Hello, everybody. What is up? Hello, after 2 weeks of a break. Is this all level? I'm going to set everything up. I'm running a little behind, so give me a minute. We will explain what we are going to do and how we're going to do it momentarily. Let me just get up Campaign 2, Episode 80. I'm going to... Do we have a timestamp yet? Oh my god, that got loud. Ah! Oh my god, that's loud. Hello, everybody, first off. I'm extremely exhausted. We're gonna talk, and I'll explain how we're gonna do this, because we're gonna switch it up from what we were going to do before. Jay needs to play BG3 Baldur's Gate. I believe that is what that is. Let me get myself going. I have a Caleb shirt, Hobo Wizard, because I saw the thumbnail was Caleb, aka Liam, busting through what looked like doors, and it's called the Folding Halls. So I feel like Vero J, thank you. If anybody else said the timestamp as well, thank you. I see Vero G says 10:11. So we're going to just trust in Vero G and go right to 10:11. Here we go. 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting it down. I honestly, I just went to 10:12 and it's fine. So I trust Vero J. I didn't do it on purpose. I just clicked too late. And rather than get another go back, we'll do 10:12. So everybody get 10:12. Vero G, thank you. I'm sure you were very accurate. I just have horrible reaction time right now. The clock. Stop watch. And also like and subscribe. If we hit 50 likes, we'll still, we'll follow the rules of engagement. And we will have 30 minutes of the next episode. 10, 12, set time. Yeah, I was just doing tons of makeup work. I got back from Dragon Con. I'll fill you in briefly. Got back from Dragon Con really late Wednesday night, and I didn't realize till like the day before that there was technical difficulties with the scheduling of all the Patreon videos. So everything that was supposed to drop during my little vacation at Dragon Con didn't drop. So I spent all day yesterday correcting that. Got nothing done yesterday that I was supposed to do, and I'm running on like fumes as of like 4 days ago. We had an amazing time. Dragon Con was phenomenal. I'll tell you guys all about the Critical Role panel. There was a Critical Role photo op thing, and not a panel, I guess I wouldn't say, but there was like a photo op, and so many cosplayers. I had to have seen easily, I'm not even exaggerating, like 150 to 200 cosplayers just for Critical Role, mainly Campaign 2 and Vox Machina. But there had to be easily 150 because they were going up in groups, like they did a bow group. I got pictures of it all, so I'm going to try to get them together and put it up, not today, because obviously I was like just short on time with everything else in general, but they went up in groups. So there was like a Jester group, a Bow group, a Caleb group, a Caduceus group, and each group had a minimum of 10 people. Then they did a group photo, then they did Vox Machina, and each group in Vox Machina probably had more cosplayers than Campaign 2. And it was just like awesome, very cool stuff. I went around and asked people for individual shots. Then they all went up and did group shots for everybody. Then there was like I said, each group of people did a group shot. So there's like, I'm not kidding. If I had known, I would have done a live stream. I had went to like 4 other photo shoots, photo ops, whatever you want to call it. I had done like 4 or 5 others before that, and they weren't that big of a turnout. So I'm like, I can't justify doing a live stream for like a 5-minute photo op. It was probably the biggest one besides Spider-Man, when they had like all the different Spider-Mans come together. And even then, I feel like there was like a ridiculous amount of Critical Role people. I was quite impressed with the turnout at Dragon Con for Critical Role. I could see that easily. Critical Role fans love their cosplay. Oh, hey, Jay, just curious, but what's the ETA on the next 10 episodes of DBZA? I'm going to have to go and look, but I'm going to do one this weekend. So this weekend I will do one. I don't even remember what we're at right now. I think we're on season 2, right? We finished season 1, we're on to season 2. I got to just see like how many there are and how long season 2 is, but I'm going to do some this weekend. So this weekend we will definitely be doing Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I also am going to do Ruby this weekend. And then I'm going to try to finish up everything else. If you didn't see, if you're not on Patreon, I this morning binge watched all of Fiona and Cake. That is also why I'm tired. I had a bunch of jobs in the afternoon, so I woke up at like 6 a.m., did all of Fiona and Cake, which there's already 4 episodes that are like 25, 30 minutes apiece. So I spent about 2 hours this morning watching all of Fiona and Cake. It already is up on Patreon in full, and I'm going to start editing those up for YouTube. I already have episode 1 edited up, but there was just so much going on. And Fiona and Cake came out the week and I left. Like, I think like a day or two after I left, Fiona and Cake came out. So I will definitely check out. I'll let you know, dude, what we're going to do. But there's definitely something there's a certain, I don't know to what extent, but there's going to be Dragon Ball Z Abridged this weekend. But as far as this, let me fill you guys in on this, because originally the plan was we were going to watch this episode in its entirety right now, which is only about 3+ hours. I feel like it was like 3 hours and 15 minutes. And I am so exhausted that I was like, all right, how could we do this? Where I was like, maybe I will just do it. Like, I could do it. I could easily do it. I could chug an energy drink and we could do it. But then I looked up best episodes of Campaign 2, because I was like, if it's something epic, then we'll just roll with it and we'll just make do. But I looked it up, and this episode wasn't considered like the greatest episode. It was probably in the upper half of the best episodes. But I saw that coming up very soon is episode 86. And 86 was in like every fan of Campaign 2's top 10. And being as I'm extremely exhausted and I have like a bunch of other stuff to do, and I forgot that football starts Sunday. So I wanted to watch some football Sunday, and I will never get anything done or catched up if I don't get some stuff done tonight after this. So my deal for you guys is, because I did promise you a full episode, would you rather we just do episode 86 in full, which actually is 2 hours longer than this episode? So by default, you'll be getting a double length episode, and probably one that's way more enjoyable for everyone than 80. But I also did tell people we would do it in full, so I don't want broken hearts if we don't do episode 80 in full. I just feel like this is a short one, and I could do the rest of it this week, and we'll just do a reverse of what we normally do. We'll do like the beginning half in the live streams, and then I'll do the back half in the YouTube and Patreon hour. And then when we hit 86, it'll flip-flop. So if that is cool with everybody, which I feel like most are saying, I felt like I don't want to make it seem like I'm going back on our deal. So instead, we'll wait a couple weeks, and then we'll do an episode that seems to me like a way better one to do, and it's also way longer. So instead of like a 3-hour live stream, we'll have like a 4.5-hour live stream if you take out the middle break and the intro and everything. I'd rather do something like that when I'm more rested and I could pay more attention, and I could go like just prepare better. I was supposed to get back from Dragon Con Tuesday night, and I ended up getting back almost like 1 a.m. on Thursday. So I was already like almost 2 full days behind schedule, and I'm just exhausted. So I'm cool with it. Colvin, hello. 86 is better to make it in full. Chimiki Pero agrees. Guy agrees. Leading Blind, Vero G. It seems like The Cathedral. Yes, that is the episode. I couldn't remember the name of it when I looked. The Cathedral is the episode. So it seems like everyone is fine with that. I just would feel bad if somebody was like, Jay, episode 80 is my favorite episode of all time, and I was so looking forward to this. But I'm not kidding. I looked it up in many, many different file, I don't not like Reddit had different forums for it, all these different things, and everybody had their own top 10s, and I didn't see episode 80 in any top 10s, maybe even top 20s, but 86 was in like every one, and I'm like, that is very close to where we're at. So we'll get back to normalities. I'll catch back up on everything, and then within a month or so, we'll do 86 in full, and that'll give us that. Ninja Master, what is up? Let me run through and say hi to everybody. I also saw, I think after 86, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think after 86, the next big one I saw on a lot of top 10s was 97. I believe it was episode 97 was the next big one. So maybe we'll do that one in full too, because that'll be a good 2.5 months after, which will probably put us around the time of Vox Machina season 3. So maybe around that time we'll also do that episode in full, but I'm looking far into the future. That is like towards the end of the year when we're catching episode 100. And I don't know how episode 100 is, but I almost feel like episode 100 itself should be done epically, just because that is pretty amazing that we would have gotten to 100 episodes. That is delicious water. I see 93. Michael, what is up? Let me say hi to everybody. I didn't say hi to everybody. I said it before. I will get pictures up of Dragon Con. I'm not kidding. I probably took close to 100, 150 pictures of just Critical Role. I took a lot of pictures in Dragon Con. I'll show you guys a bunch. I cosplayed as a Ghostbuster with my brother and my good friend Dan, and we actually got recruited to be in the parade, and we're all over Atlanta television. If you Google Dragon Con Parade, just look for the only Ghostbuster that looks like Bane from Batman, and that is me. And my brother's there and my friend, and we literally were just asked. People saw us around the convention and was like, yo, you want to be Ghostbusters in the parade? And we got to cut all the lines and just walk down Main Street. It was pretty cool. So I have tons of pictures of everything, so I'll put together a little something at some point once I get caught up on everything. But let me say hi to everybody. We got Gabsy27. The first half is the most important. You're going to react to it live. The first half is the next important, is the most important of this. If you mean this, yes, we're going to watch the first half of the Folding Halls, which I believe is going to be Caleb-centric, hence my shirt, because Caleb was pushing the doors open. It reminded me of that of Aragon walking in what I believe is the Return of the King. But anyway, let's say hi to everybody. Gabsy27, Dark Wolf, Leading Blind, Vero G, The Dude JB, and Michael, my moderators, ViewMasters. Read my comments. Important to understand. Gotcha. Because it's not top 10 episode, it's a top 10 moment. Is the top 10 moment in the first half? Because if that's the case, then it'll work out beautifully. And I feel like people are saying it is. Maybe that's what it was. Gotcha, dude. That's totally fine. The only reason I recommended it is because it works really well as a single episode. It has a fan favorite moment, but it's not the best episode. Hopefully, people... Jay, just curious, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, is it in the first half? It is. Beautiful. So that works out for everybody. So we'll have the first half. We'll get to see the moment. And then we'll do the best episode. So it works out gloriously. That was why, because I did remember people saying something about episode 80. Because I did see that, the dude. I did see that there was best moments and best episodes. There was different categories, but I didn't look at best moments because I was afraid of spoilers. I didn't want to like accidentally see something, so I just looked up what the best episodes were by number without any spoilers. So got it. Leading Blind, what was this? Dragon Con Parade Bane from Batman screenshot so I can look it up later. So I can look it up. Yeah, you'll definitely... There actually is... In the main people that narrated the parade, there's like commentators for the parade. And just by coincidence, it was someone dressed as the Joker and Harley Quinn. So right away, I'm like, I am guaranteed to get on camera. I'm a Ghostbuster that's a mashup of Bane. And I thought I looked pretty awesome with the hoses and everything. I had slime going through them. And I'm like, if these are the people watching the parade and calling out all the things. How could they not pick out Bane in the crowd? And sure enough, when I'm walking by, they're like, "Oh my God, is that Bane as a Ghostbuster?" They literally shout me out to like the live television. So you not only could see me, but I got a shout out from the Joker and Harley Quinn that were commentating, or whatever the heck you'd call it. I have a good idea of what everyone wants. Could we send you a list of episodes we think Jay should react to? Well, on that note, just in case. Oh, I didn't say hi to everybody else. The Chimiki Pero, Colvin, Guy. We got, I think I said Dark Wolf already, Vero G. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. I totally forgot to keep going through the names. And we got a good 20 people in here. The clever name I made previously, Daniel O'Day. If there's anything you guys commented that I missed earlier, Forrest the Runner I see was here earlier. Is Forrest, hiya guys, Forrest hanging out or Forrest doing campaign stuff? I didn't see a goodbye, so I guess Forrest is hanging too. I don't see anybody else that I haven't called out, but if I missed anything, I think we're good. All right, so here we go. There are 20 plus people live right now in the chat. Everybody sync up. We got 10 minutes, 12 seconds. We're going to watch the first part. Time, I'll say it. Let me see the shirt. I can't see the rest of the comment, but I feel like you're saying, let me see the shirt. It's blocked out again. Last time, I'll say it. Let me see the shirt. There you go. It goes to here. I'm pretty sure you can see the total shirt in the thing. I'll know in 5 seconds when I see it over here. It's got, yeah, you can see it. That's about all it does. It doesn't go lower than that. But there you go, Leading Blind. Sorry, leading all your messages were deleted again. I have no idea how. I saw that earlier. I was like, my God, there was like a bazillion messages deleted. But I saw it. Leading Blind, I saw it. I got it. Everybody like and subscribe, and everybody get ready because we're going to do 3, 2, 1. And we're going to start. We've got, I think, an hour and a half. Let's see. Ends at 42. 42 and a half. So we've got an hour and 32 minutes. We'll be done before 10 o'clock, and then we'll talk. So here we go, everybody. Sync up your clocks. 3, 2, 1, go. Returning to the center. All right. The folding halls. We are in the folding halls. Let me make sure everything's good. Am I too loud on this? Maybe I'll dial this down a bit. I feel like I have it a little high. In the Jor house. There's the clock. Yes. All right, we're in. Episode 80, and we start. Yoink. And I have a protein drink I'm going to have and 1 beer. Because I was drinking earlier at lunch. So I have 1 beer. And I have 1 protein drink. What should I drink first? The protein drink or the beer? Even though that doesn't sound like they go together. These people don't like us. Ninja, I am not smoking, so I will crack this one in honor of Ninja. I did not lose the notes. I did watch Storm Chasers. I watched the Storm Chasers. I had all the notes from last time. Colvin, Ninja, whoever else is indulging in beverages and smoky time. Cheers to all of you on this glorious day when we reunite. This is the only beer I'm going to have because I already feel quite spicy right now. I did feel like you drank too much for the last part of the last episode. You got a bit energetic. I honestly would have to rewatch it because I remember celebrating. I'd have to rewatch it. I didn't revisit it yet. It's very possible. It's very possible I did. I will not deny it. I did not get to Happy Marriage yet. I watched Storm Chasers and something else that was on the list I watched, but I didn't get to that. But I honestly went down a rabbit hole of Storm Chasers, and then that led to like apocalyptic movies and other things that dealt with national disasters. But cheers to everybody. That is delicious. We obviously need a rhinoceros. If we got a rhinoceros, I would be quite happy. I mean, nothing against Nugget or Sprinkle, but a rhinoceros? I would take it everywhere. Laura is full on tonight already. Yeah, Laura looks ready to go. Let's go, Team Oban. I figured you were smashed because I kept cleaning your tape. You were. I'm pretty sure I figured you were smashed. It wouldn't make sense the other way. But yes, there's a very good chance that I did. Like I said, if I was, I haven't revisited it, and I probably forgot. But that's probably a good thing based on what's being said. Insulted Sprinkle. I love them all. I love all animals. I just prefer rhinoceri. And definitely make sure you tell me if there's a moment. I am sure you all will, but if there's a moment, you tell me when to focus because I do not want to miss something that glorious. And Professor Thaddeus, I would take Professor Thaddeus. I would definitely take him back over many other animals. How has everybody been, by the way? Anything interesting happen or crazy? This is like a half a month since we've done a live stream. From the last one to now, it's 2 weeks. So about a half a month. I've said this before, and I'm just going to point it out again. And honestly, if I had to choose, I don't think I wouldn't bet on this, but I don't know something about Essek. I feel like Essek is either the coolest dude ever or he is way too accommodating. Almost like I don't trust him, kind of. And we always go back to Essek, which also makes me even more worrisome because the guy does us a lot of favors. And I don't know. I like Essek. I enjoy him. He reminds me of the gentleman. I enjoy Essek very much. But I also don't trust the gentleman all the way. I feel like he's like that. We're like, I don't know. Just pointing it out because I've said it many times. But then I don't know. There's nothing he's done that makes me think that. Other than like just having not trust in anybody, basically. I just feel like considering he's a stranger not too long ago. He likes being owed favors for sure. Yeah, like I mean, but like I said, he could just be like a totally chill, awesome dude that just helps us out because he's got everything he needs. So he just is a good dude. I don't know. I know people that are good dudes. A big nap. The least guess I'm gonna here's a little well, I don't know if you call it trivia. Here's a guess question for you guys. Who do you think of all these people right now, including Yasha, who do you think had the least cosplayers of Campaign 2? Counting Yasha and Molly Muck, because they had them too. They even had a Molly Muck category. But guess who by far had the least cosplayers of the entire group of Campaign 2? Not counting your side characters. I'm talking our main 7 people, counting Molly Muck. I was actually surprised. I'll tell you right now, I was actually surprised at who had the least. Everybody give a guess, and then I'll tell you. I want everyone to get involved. Everyone get involved. Tell me your guess on who in Campaign 2 at DragonCon had the least presence of cosplayers. And I'm talking just in Campaign 2 alone, there had to be over 100 people. From 80 to 100, maybe more people, easily, I would say. Because each group had 10 or more, and there was 7 or 8, 9, 10 groups. Had to be 100 people, just for Campaign 2 alone. So, we got Cad, Sprinkle, Not, Ford. Cad and Ford. Cad, Veth, Ford, Tal. If you say Jester, I'll riot. I'll tell you who had the most first. Well, wait, no, I won't. The least of all was Not. Not had the least cosplayers of Campaign 2, followed by Ford. And both were very close. I feel like they both had roughly 5 or 6 people. That was it. Not and Ford. And I was surprised because I thought Not would have a lot more. And I thought Ford would be somewhere in the middle. I thought Not would be one of the biggest. But Not and Ford were by far the lowest. There was more Caduceuses. There was more Mollymucks. I thought there'd be less Caduceuses and Mollymucks because Mollymuck wasn't around as long. And because Caduceus is newer. So both have been around shorter periods of time. I thought they would just have less fandoms. Not and Ford were the least. The most was Jester. Jester was the most. By far. Jester had to have had 30 cosplayers just for Jester alone. And there were rubies, and the rubies came in, and then the mollies came in, and then they had a group picture of tieflings. They had Molly, Ruby, and Jester. There had to be 40 or 50 altogether, counting just tieflings, like 40 or 50 tieflings, all phenomenal cosplay. That's because it's a challenge. Yeah, Not is 3 feet tall. The green face paint. Yeah, all the Fords were in full green body paint. There was a lot of She-Hulks, full green body paint. But yeah, it's rough. But Jester, there were purple, red, and blue tieflings, full body paint. I saw 30 plus Jesters, all full blue body paint. Looked like they were right off the cover of a book. The capes and the horns and everything were elaborate and glorious. And I was like, if they could do it, I mean, that was the biggest one. So I'm like, granted, like you said, Not is a lot shorter. I'm going to dress as Jester for New York Comic Con and Imogen. Imogen from what, Vero J? Because I know a couple Imogens right now from like different things. Vero G, I might go to New York Comic Con. I don't have a ticket. Oh God, that's coming up soon. I don't think I can go because I didn't. Usually my friend gets me a ticket and I never asked him. Does anyone have a ticket for New York Comic Con? I'll go with you. I'll be your celebrity guest and you could have me carry you on my shoulders. On the rooftop. Oh, okay. Campaign 3, okay. Because I'm watching two shows right now where there's Imogens. There's an anime and a live action show. I figured it wasn't the live action show, but I thought maybe it was the anime. Jester is like the most popular. Jay, which recommends me Renfair when Michael. I was gonna actually talk to my sister like later this week or tomorrow or today. I don't know. We were trying to talk about it before Dragon Con. Certain weeks she can, and I just got back, so I was like trying to catch up. But we're gonna try to plan it out because I definitely want to go. Are you going a specific day? Are you going a specific day, or you're just gonna go whenever? Because I got to talk to her. I definitely want to go. I got to get the other piece of my leather. Now that I've gotten back down to my fighting weight, I earned my second piece of leather from Ren Fair. Heartstopper, yes, Forrest the Runner. Heartstopper is Imogen. In case you didn't know, Forrest, Heartstopper season 1 and 2 on YouTube and Patreon. YouTube, I got to finish editing them. I want to go as Mio from My Hero. Is that My Hero? I don't know what MHM is. I probably do, but I don't off the top of my head. What's MHA? MHM. Jay, I need to talk about the episode, LOL. What's up? I need to talk about the episode. What's up with the episode? This episode right here? See invisibility. Luckily, nothing crazy is happening at the beginning of this episode, so we could all catch up. I'm paying attention. It's just a lot of conversing. Laura is probably sweating with all the energy because she had to take off her coat. She's looking very, very bright and energetic. Everybody actually is. Usually there's a couple like, tired looking souls from all the work I'm sure they do. Everyone looks very wild-eyed and ready to go. How do you feel? I gotta wait till the emoji. My sister made me watch Heartstopper with her. It's really cute. My sister recommended it because I told her I wanted something that wasn't as stressful. I was like, everything I watch is high energy, stressful craziness. Not necessarily this, but all the shows I watch on a weekly basis. And she was like, watch this. It's a nice little, slice of life kind of real to life story, I guess. All I know is you don't have to worry about like 15 people getting shot and murdered and becoming a detective. It kind of just does the work for you. And I love the dude in it. He's Eggsy from Kingsman. Taron Egerton, I think it is. Welcome back, Amelia. All right, I made it back. Where are we, Amelia? We have jumped ahead 15 episodes, and we're doing episode 95 right now. Shane Barron, I'm just joking. We're not. Morphing, what is up? Shane Barron, what is up? I just saw two people. Mark Jack. Jester is like the most popular. I saw that comment. I didn't shout out Mark Jack. Mark Jack, if you're still here, you get this chug because I've never seen your name before. And we're almost to halfway of 50 likes. Who's going to jump in and give us more likes? Because 50 likes, we keep doing this episode. We'll just go to the break and we'll jump back in. Maybe we'll end up doing a full episode anyway because we're all insane and we just can't get enough. There's going to be, even if we get 30 minutes in the next half, there is still enough for a Patreon hour and a YouTube video. I already looked ahead. There's like about an hour and 45 minutes after the break. So even if we do the next 30 minutes, there still will be a Patreon video and a YouTube video. So all will be well and one with the earth. All right, here we go. How do you feel about Yusa? How do I feel about Yusa? What is Yusa from? You're going to think I'm insane, but I have so many names in my head. Right now, I'm not picturing who the heck Yusa is. Yusa. Please do tell who Yusa is. I'm sure it is somebody. Oh, Yusa. Yes. I know Yusa. Okay. I had to think. I know who Yusa is. Yusa? I don't trust anybody. Like, I trust Yusa just as much as I would trust Essek, basically. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little more than Essek. The wizard, yes. Okay. I had to think. There's just so many names in my head. I watched so many shows in the last... If you look on Patreon, I posted like 30 shows in the last 2 days, and my mind has 500 names in it. But yes, I trust him slightly more than I trust Essek, and I don't trust Essek a whole lot. Yeah, the wizard from Nicodranus. But I don't know. I feel like he's more... If anything, I feel like Yusa is more just trying to keep their affairs in check than being spyish or encrypted or anything like that. I don't know. Why? Is there something I should be paying closer attention to, or are we just asking? If it goes in order of who I think has got something going on that I'm not ignoring, is Essek. But Yusa, I mean, I've had my thoughts about Yusa. It just doesn't really I don't linger on him. Since they feel like they aren't getting anything from the dynasty, they were talking about going to ally with him at the start of the episode. Wonder what percentage of jesters are actually people role-playing it. Yeah, with the whole dynasty thing, we keep going back to Yusa. We're not really doing anything for them. We're getting I mean, that could just as easily be what I'm saying with Essek. I don't know. The same reasons I don't trust Essek could apply to Yusa as well, I guess. Blowing holes in walls. That's normal. Everybody, if you're jumping in, like and subscribe. I'm drinking this beer for the next person. I will finish it in full. For the next person who is new in the chat that says, Jay, what's up? I'm in here because you are the greatest person I've ever seen in my life, and a tear comes to my eye every time I hear your voice. Maybe because it's that horrible, or maybe because you love it. But you'll get this drink. And if we get 50 likes, next 30 minutes. Totally fair. Both super powerful wizards that like privacy and favors. For all I know, maybe every place has a devious wizard that is all aligned by the Kryn dynasty, and we're all going to die. That's something like that could happen very easily. I mean, we already know they're very devious people. Look what happened in the very, very beginning with all that insanity in the town. Rexentrum. There's 5 Pumats. One of them has to be on some shady shit. I would also agree with this clever name I made previously. What better way to have us infiltrated than to have one deceitful Pumat? There's 5 Pumats. One of them it's the same comment twice. Free book. Shelf lasted 2 years and just have to replace one section. Fools in Rexingtrum. Did we get anybody new in the chat yet? I still don't see a new chat. Wonder what percentage of jesters are actually people role-playing Oh, I already read that one. I basically, in my opinion, took the top 2 or 3 in each category at DragonCon and ran around and took individual pictures of each one too. Like I was like, those are by far, in my opinion, the best 3 jesters, the best 3 bows. Bow had a lot. There had to be like 15 to 20 bows at least. There might even be more than that. I would say bow might have had the second most. Jester, in my opinion, though, Jester, I almost don't even have to think about it because there were so many Jesters. But Bo, at one point, they all stood in a circle and they started chanting and they were doing something. And I wasn't close enough to hear or fully understand what they were doing, but they were all like pointing at each other and doing something. And they did it for like a minute or two. And by the time I got close enough, they already stopped. But there was a lot of bows, which was quite nice because bow is likely still my favorite of all. Blinked out. Pour one out. What is this? What is this? What is this? Is there a name up there? Pour one out for Clarada. He was a real one while he could. I don't know who that is. Know what they were doing? They just called out the Knights and Knaves puzzle from Labyrinth. Did you hear that? The Knights and Knaves? I did not. I did miss it. Boulder, Parchment, Shears. Bow, Spider-Man pointing. It's a spider. Maybe that's what it was, because they were all doing some weird thing pointing at each other. I didn't quite get it. I did miss the Labyrinth reference. They do so many references, though. It's probably very likely I'll miss some. Three Pumat clones plus the original. I have the minis. Sam's singing. Sam's doing a little ditty over there. All right, I'm going to drink this because I want to, and it looks glorious. I also have Pumat minis, Ninja, Colvin, drinkers and smokers, whoever wants to just cheers for whatever reason. I have to kill this because I have to have this protein drink drank within the next 15 minutes. So we're going to kill this beer. Ready? Everybody, 3, 2, 1, go. I almost had a burp, so I couldn't do it. My apologies. Now, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Now in 5 minutes, I'll drink this protein shake. And that is health. That is health. Protein shakes and beers. Three-way Boulder Parchment Shears. They just called out the Knights. Oh, I already read that. Knights and Knaves. There was so much Labyrinth stuff at DragonCon. Labyrinth, those of you who don't know, I have the Goblin King thing behind me. I have Labyrinth poster in my house. I have Labyrinth everywhere. There's the worm guy up in there somewhere. Labyrinth, easily top 10 fantasy movie of all time, in my opinion. I know all the songs. Here we go. We're talking Yusa again. Yusa's coming up a lot. Was going to say hi from one of the alt accounts, but won't let me unless I create a channel. I don't understand the appeal of rollies over BPS. You remind me of the Babe. What Babe? The Babe with the power. What power? Oh my god, that song is the best one. Power of Voodoo. There's a Goblin King at Jareth every year at my Ren Fair. I would love to see him. There was many Goblin King, David Bowie's with giant packages. I'm sure if you're a fan of Labyrinth, you know the whole thing behind David Bowie having like a giant package on multiple shots because of the outfit. There were purposely cosplayed people with gigantic, overly oversized packages just walking around, looked spot on like David Bowie from Labyrinth, but with a very exaggerated package. There was tons of them. I saw a lot of the Wild Gang was there. I saw a bunch of Wild Gang people. I saw Bluto. Pretty sure I saw Hoggle. I had to think for a second. I almost forgot his name. Hoggle was there. There was definitely like a Hoggle. I saw one early on. There was a giant Bluto, like I said. Bluto's my favorite. But like there is at least there is at least one of every major character, I'd say. But tons of David Bowie labyrinths. Look at the flask. I don't think I caught that till now. If someone said it, I apologize for not seeing the comment. But there's just a giant boo. Gotta assume it's close to Halloween during this. Also, last night I saw this movie Cobweb. All these people are talking about it. It went into theaters and out of theaters in like a week because of Oppenheimer and Barbenheimer. But I watched it last night. My sister reacted to it on her channel. If you're interested in checking it out, check her out, Jessie Dobby Reactions. I watched it myself. I just watched it last night by myself. I figured, check it out. Crazy Halloween horror movie that comes out in the middle of the summer. Very good stuff. Check it out. You could download it now. It's available for download. It might even be streaming for free. I just downloaded it. Hogwart? Wasn't it Hoggle? Wasn't it Hogwart? Harry Potter? I'm pretty sure Hoggle was the little gnome guy, or I'm wrong. Always wanted to dress up as a ballroom Sarah or dark dress Lily for a con. Yes, probably expensive to get something to match, or you can make one and you could just be a seamstress that makes glorious designer dresses. My apologies. It wasn't me. Hoggle. Yeah, it was Hoggle. Yeah, Hogwarts is Harry Potter. You feel the breeze. Oh, you feel the breeze. The line is the man with the power, not the babe, but still. You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe. Is it the man with the power? Really? You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? Power of. It's really the man with the power? Is it really? I wouldn't bet on it, but I can't believe. I feel like it just flows the other way. Power of voodoo. Who do you do? Do what? Remind me of the babe. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's Hoggle, and don't say I didn't warn you. Ninja has it right. Hog breath. I love it. Does the Bright Queen. Like and subscribe, everybody. 22 more likes, and we do the next 30 minutes. We only have about an hour left of this episode until the break. If we hit 50 likes by the break, we will jump in to the next 30 minutes after the break. You know the deal. And we'll talk more about Labyrinth and Dance, Magic Dance, and Jump, Magic Jump. I got to get more epic Labyrinth props. I got Inigo Montoya's sword from Princess Bride. I got Rocky's shorts, or Dolph Lundgren's shorts from Rocky 4. I have like some key pieces. I have Freddy's glove up there. That's actually Freddy's glove. $5 million I paid for it in cash. Jareth miscalled him Hog Breath and Hogwart. Really? All right. Maybe I do remember part of that. Jay, you 100% need to play Baldur's Gate 3. I'd watch you stream it all day. Jeff Lundy in the chat. Haven't seen Jeff Lundy in a bit. How are you, sir? Why everyone's talking a lot about Baldur's Gate 3. Did it like some download just come out or something? Because I feel like that's been out for a while, hasn't it? I remember people talking Baldur's Gate 3 for quite a bit now, but like not to this extent. Maybe there's a DLC or something that's epic. I mean, if what is it? PC? I'd consider trying it. I'm down for games every now and then. Hoggle was my favorite character. I take personal offense to the is that the misnamers on his behalf? I'm referring to the original call and response. Got you, got you, got you. We're talking Hoggle. It's the babe with the power, and I'll die on this hill. I karaoke this song. I will believe you. It was a release for PS5 this week. Oh, exclusive to PS5? Because at Dragon Con, they had a panel for The Last Ronin, which is going to be this dark kind of R-rated Ninja Turtle game based off of the comic or the novel or something like that. And people were raving about it, and it's only PS5. And I was like, maybe I'll buy a PS5 because I haven't had a newer console since the most newest console I had is an Xbox 360. I had an Xbox 360 and a PS3. Never got a PS4, never got an Xbox One, never got a Switch. So I haven't had a console in probably like 10 years, a newer console. It's been out on PC for 2 months. See, my computer is so good now that if it's on PC, I usually just buy it for PC. But The Last Ronin is supposed to be PS5 exclusive, I think. How much is a PS5 now? The price went down on them? Because maybe I'll buy one just to spoil myself because I'm such a good boy all the time. Cobalt Soul Expositor. Guys, you all know I already belted out Liza tonight. I am not afraid of Bowie. It's from the comic. It's so dope. Thunder or lightning, but baby said. It's been out for a while. It's not DLC or anything, but I've been playing for over 160 hours so far. Still not done, and it's incredible. Damn. So a PS5 is about 500. I've been catching the VOD, not the stream. I put about 250 hours into it. Baldur's Gate 3 in the last month, and it's a bit of a problem. We can play. So I guess a lot of you are playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm assuming it's like a role playing. What does it play like? Is it like a Fable or something like that? I'm picturing sort of like like a mass world kind of game, right? I stopped playing Baldur's Gate to play Starfield. It plays like D&D. Oh, it's D&D. What kind of role-playing game would it Oh, it literally plays like D&D? I have to check it out. I'm going to watch videos tonight. I'll try to watch. I'm assuming there's a lot of people that Twitch play it and stuff like that. Looks like a hidden dick. Laura is getting all sorts of emotional right here. Did a tear just drop from her eye? I feel like she might legitimately be crying. Jester, or aka Laura. See, she just turned into Jester. She's not even Laura right now. It's not a hack and slash grind. Top down point and click D&D. Touch that button. So, like Icewind Dale, Or Boulder Gate. I've heard of Boulder's Gate, but I've never played them. I remember like a lot of my friends used to play those games. I was more into like the very linear role playing games, and I never had a PC. So I would only play what came out for like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, up until like PlayStation 1, 2. I feel like the last time I played large multiplayer, or not multiplayer, role playing game type games that were long type games, I think that was since like PS2. I was like, is this expired? All right. I just chugged a beer and a protein shake. I had to have it all down by 9 p.m. my time, and now we're done. So, my apologies if I vomit all over. All right. Now we're good. We have water. We're down to about 45 minutes. I think we're down. Let's see where we're at. I know I just looked before, but I can't remember what it was. 142. All right, yes, so we're down to 55 minutes. 55 minutes. We need 19 more likes. I think we could do it, everybody. 19 likes, 55 minutes to do it. And we'll jump back in. 118.20 is focus up time, by the way. 118.20. All right, so we got a good 30 minutes. Yeah, we got a good 30 minutes. So it's right before the break, pretty much. All right, so we got 30 minutes to get in the mood for love. Time to talk to Essek again. I love Dragon Age. I feel like I played Dragon Age. Dragon Age sounds familiar, but I also watched, I think, something called Dragon Age. So maybe I'm thinking of the show and not the game, because I'm pretty sure someone on Patreon requested it as like a exclusive. And I watched like 3 or 4 episodes of some show on Netflix possibly called Dragon Age. I could be wrong though. It uses the 5E rules. Don't watch too much and spoil it though. It's worth a blind playthrough. That's because Laura is all powerful as an actress. Of course she is. Top-down RPG. Not really. It's more turn-based RPG. For Halfling Barbarians was the Boulder Gate 3 vid I recommended last stream. Michael, I'm going to check it out. I wasn't aware, because I just thought, I was like, I heard of Boulder's Gate before, so I wasn't aware. I thought it was a straight-up role-playing game, like Final Fantasy or something. I didn't realize it was more geared like towards D&D specifically. You handsome young wizard. If you play in PC, we could play multiplayer, Jay. Let's see. Honestly, I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued by it. I have to catch up this week, and football starts Sunday. I will see next week how much I've caught up on, and maybe we'll dabble in checking out Boulder's Gate. I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't promise anything, but I am definitely intrigued. I kind of want to check it out. I've been looking to get into a game. There's like certain ones that have come up of recent, and I was like, I kind of want to play a game, but like, I just never did. The new Harry Potter, I'm not even a Harry Potter fan. And a lot of people are saying that the Harry Potter game was pretty amazing as far as like an open world kind of game. The new Zelda, Link, I guess maybe it's a Link game. I don't know if there's Zelda games anymore. But someone told me that was pretty good. But I don't have those, I don't have that console. So I'd have to legitimately buy a console to play. Veth, you're married. Yes, Veth, stop it. Heard flirting over there with Caleb. That would be awesome. I'm down. D&D is a role-playing game, LOL. I mean like that Final Fantasy type of role-playing game where it's like very, you know the difference. I don't have to explain it. After work, which would be like 7 p.m. ish, is when we could. Who's your team, Jay? The Saints, correct. The New Orleans Saints. They play at 1 o'clock on Sunday. First, the Titans. Float really good. I love it. We had it in song. Beautifully done. Here we go. We're scrying. I mean, not scrying. We're messaging. Let's see what happens. Every piece of the buffalo. I'm curious. I'm gonna. All right, Essek is coming again. It's almost like to me, like he wants to be available. Like if you were trying to keep tabs on people, wouldn't you want to seem annoyed but also want to be the person they always ask? Like if you just blow them off all the time, they're going to stop asking you. And if you're like trying to get shit on them, you'd want to be asked. I feel like something's up. He just is too readily available. Unless they literally are just wanting to stay close. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Big highs, yes. Well, that's not good. Hot boy. Essek just loves them so much, doesn't he? I mean, it could be either way. It still could go either way. I just something's up. But I mean it could just be he's a really good dude and he is, or he could, maybe they're just sticking close to us because they want to make sure we don't step out of line or we pay back our favors. It could be something like that. What? Oh my gosh. And Marisha's laughing. I was gonna say, we have not heard Dyron. I just assumed she wasn't there, and she apparently isn't there. She comes out of the shower. How did the venture go? It was not good. Yeah, that's not good. They are being spied on. That's why Dyron is trying to get out of town. Now, I'm trying to read everything, but he floats. They did seem to treat him better than most people, so he might be starting to like them as friends. The I didn't know if you were listening. All right, well, he's Well, now I feel bad halfway. I feel like Essek is being. I feel like he feels bad for being a little abrasive the other day. Look at Laura's face. I don't know. I feel like Essek has changed greatly in. He maybe he's just freaking out. Maybe he's freaking out, and shit's getting stressful. If you're jumping in late, like the video. We still need 19 more likes, and we've only got 45 minutes. Under 45 minutes. Ernest Caleb is my Caleb. Is my Caleb Caleb. Ernest Caleb is my Caleb Caleb. I get the seriousness, but when Liam talks serious, his eyes, like right now, his eyes like jet back. He looks like super evil almost. And he gets like very, almost like, I don't know, it reminds me of Benedict Cumberbatch when he's Doctor Strange. Like his eyes get very piercing and he's almost like, I don't, like I get scared of what he says. Inside check. Oh, natural 20 and a 19. Double whispers. 29 for Talzin on an insight. You know more about these people than they do. A 29, so they get double whispers. I mean, hey. Adrenaline shot. Just talking about Jay's speculation isn't spoilery, but then say that's not a spoiler does indeed make it a spoiler. Make it. I don't even want to read just in case something happened. That's spoiler wise. We're spitting out a lot of crazy names. I mean, we've heard them all before. Asmodeus, Catogeist, Beetlegeist. No later than midnight. When do you check your emails? I love the question. I love the question. Of course, I want it. Okay, folks, got to run back into Pizza Land to begin cleanup, though I will be in the background listening to Jay's reactions. Ninja, enjoy the rest of your day if we don't see you. We'll be on for, I think, a little under 40 minutes. I think we're under 40 minutes. 17 likes left. If we make it to 50, Ninja might be able to see more of us, and Ninja's day will be that much gloriouser, which is a word, gloriouser. OJ's important lore information. Loth is a spider queen. She's a betrayer god in here, and Drow are traditionally her followers and her children in a sense. Loth. Okay. It reminded me of Lilith, which is funny because Lilith is the spider queen. Was there a play on words there with that? In Escape from the Bloodkeep, Lilith was the spider queen. That's Loth. And then we got Catogeist, and what was the Asmodeus? There's another name I think I missed. But the dynasty split off from the Underdark Drow and their worship of Loth. Like with a weapon that can dispel on a hit, what is the AC of a scribal? I was just trying to run through the comments real quick. Agreed, but that whole thing is not good. Matt talks about it in Talks Machina and the wrap up. I really want to see Jay try and pronounce that name. I'm going to do Dritz do Erden. Is that Dritz Doerden? Is pretty famous about her. I'm pretty sure R.A. Salvatore is from Boston, so he might not be that far off. I think there is something about it in the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. Hey, I know that's a long way away, but in spite of it technically being a talks, and will we be watching the wrap-up? I guess, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. We could probably watch the wrap-up. We'll see. We'll figure it out at that point. It is quite a while away. Clever, look at the episode 114 about the scrying moment. All right. Dyron is in the building. Very cool. That's how you're supposed to be in a jacuzzi? That's the rules? If you go in a jacuzzi, you have to be naked? I've been missing out on these jacuzzi moments. Don't forget about Driz Note. That name is Driznote Mike Piano. That's his name. Driznote Mike Piano. He had already left Critical Role at that point. It's a round table wrap up. Gotcha. Tide Peak Tower. We're very close. We're about 35 minutes away from the end and 10 minutes away from something epic. Focus time. 10-minute countdown has begun for focus time. Was making a don't forget about Dre joke, and don't forget about Dre. But yeah, we're watching the wrap up. BWF isn't a part. Brian W. Foster. He's a little bit, but not much. He already left. Wensforth. Hi. The Snoop Dogg song. That's what I was thinking. Drizzt Note Mike Piano is my now name. Don't steal. Wensford? What was it? I already forgot his name. Wensforth. The one time she sends a sending before teleporting, no answer. LOL. It's an Eminem song. Oh, technically it is an Eminem song, yeah. Not Snoop Dogg. In my head, Snoop Dogg made sense, but yeah, it's Eminem. I used to know most of, if not all, the words to that song, but I don't know if I could even remember how it goes anymore. I used to listen to a lot of Eminem. Back in the day, I used to date a girl that was very into rap. I used to listen to a lot of Eminem, a lot of Dre. Well, I'm talking like 15, 20 years ago. Everybody like and subscribe. We're 17 likes away from 50 and doing 30 more minutes after the break. If not, we're down to 30 minutes and 5 minutes away from what might be an epic moment. I don't know what to expect, but something's coming. Then I had to focus more because I thought they didn't teleport yet. I loved rap when I was in high school. That's mainly when I was in high school, I listened to a lot of rap. Then 20 years ago was right out of high school into college. He's been gone for 3 weeks. That's hilarious. He got trapped. He's trapped in the Happy Fun Bowl. Is that what's going on here? He's trapped in Happy Fun Bowl. 3 weeks he's been missing in Happy Fun Bowl. Yeah. Yeah, that dude's probably like, what? All right. I say we use the frickin' stone. Yeah, like, I would say it feels right. I would say this feels right. I feel like that is the time. This is the time to use star 69 of the stone. Do we have any active enemies besides Oban and the Horde? I mean, we could have a lot of enemies that we don't even know are coming. People that are watching us. Yes. Yes, we are forcing you to use it. I don't, who cares? Yeah, use it. Yeah, shouldn't we know who this is? Who are we talking to? Yeah, yeah, or at least relay to us who we are speaking with. What is this person doing? We're literally like, who is this? Yeah, we said I'm in Jester's side here. We literally said, who is it 20 times. I was trying to be respectful and not rush the dude and overtalk him. But what kind of moron doesn't check who he's talking to on a stone? Wensforth, you suck. We're literally saying, dude, tell us who it is. How do you forget? Next time I'm just going to scream in his ear until he listens. He clearly is unreliable. Roll a stealth check. What are you guys doing? Something is approaching. Something is approaching. Hey, John. John Forsythe is in the building. Everybody, like, subscribe. We have down. That is proper English. 25 minutes. Laura is freaking out. Alora. Oh my God. She knew right away. Laura knew right away. Oh my God. Laura knew right away. I was in the same boat as everybody else where I was like, what? Laura, if Laura didn't say it, it probably would have took me even longer. Oh my God. You know, I realized when Laura said it, I'm like, what? And then everyone else kind of figured it out as I was figuring it out. It still wasn't confirmed yet. Oh, so they were still, okay. We had already confirmed it at that point. They were still like not 100% sure. It could have, that's why they were like, it checks out. It checks out, but it wasn't confirmed till then. I was honestly in my head going in a different direction. Like before we knew everything we just found out. I was trying to think of what it could be, and I was not going there at all. The Tal'dorei Council. And a dragon. Hi. Okay, sorry. We're all just introductions. Stop trying to kill the Council of Tal'dorei, damn it, Daniel. Alora is a very major NPC. I was literally going in like 3 different directions. So like I was trying to prove my theories right as Laura was freaking out. Jay, you had the benefit of seeing Legend of Vox Machina to know who Laura was. I hadn't seen Campaign 1 when I saw this episode, and Legend of Vox Machina hadn't been made yet. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have had a clue. And even then, while even knowing, I literally wasn't going to Vox Machina references for I like thought it was going to be something else related to Campaign 2. We're all looking through papers. Let's all look through the papers. People roll too quick. I feel like Sam is by far the quickest roller on the table. So many times does Laura try to give guidance, and Sam, like, insta rolls every time. Which, I mean, it's not his fault. I guess he's just full of energy and very excited and hyper and, and ranting and wanting to roll. I'm so happy we're going back to the Happy Fun Ball. I was actually upset when we gave away the Happy Fun Ball. I feel like that would have been a never ending source of income. We were able to get random coin out of it just for like pulling different things and doing like spinning it different ways. I understand why we gave it away, but I feel like we could have really benefited. We could have went back and got the treasure from the dragon. This doesn't hit as hard for you because you haven't seen Campaign 1, only Legend of Vox Machina, where she's hardly a minor character, but this is a big deal for Critical 1, or Campaign 1 critters. No, I could see that. I just like making connections and references to other things. I was just going in a different direction in my mind. You see, the thing, it's called the Archmage Bane for a reason. Yusa, you fool. I had seen all of Campaign 1 and had caught up with Campaign 2 about 20 episodes ago and watched live from then on. You can't give away the Happy Fun Ball. Agree. I mean, they shouldn't have. All right. We're getting more whispers. Yes. It turns out Allura this whole time has been deceiving us. Oh, look at Caduceus' face. Oh. Talzin made a face, and then he kind of made it like he was joking, but now I don't know what to believe. Talzin, you have confused my soul. According to Allura, Yusa is on the level. So low. Not very excited about a 6. I don't know why you wouldn't be excited about rolling a 6, but clearly upset. Since we aren't doing Talks Machina, I'll just tell Jay that Tal was joking and making face on purpose. That's kind of what I figured. But then I was like, is he hiding something because now he showed his cards? He had a bad poker face, but I assumed that was the case. That what dude said. I would say so. Yeah, I would agree. I would be. I would be. I would think anybody like this is like performing an experiment on yourself. This is what Jeff Goldblum did in The Fly. You start playing with things you don't fully understand. You might die or get lost in them. Checking our hair, make sure we look good. Oh my god, we got a map of the Happy Fumble. I love it. It's like a Zelda map. It's like a dungeon map. I love it. In Dragon Con, there was a vendor that had handmade maps of like everything you can imagine that had dungeons or something that you need a map for like this. And they were like made out of some weird thing, like a three-dimensional art piece. It was so crazy. They were expensive though. They were about the size of that cat Boba Fett picture, and they were like $250 each. And I was like, I'm not shipping something that expensive back from Atlanta. I think they said they'd ship them to your house for free, but I was like, even though they're awesome, that's a lot of money for a map. I think it was 12 by 16. I mean, it was probably well worth it for the man hours it took to build. Focus time. I saw focus, focus. The Folding Halls of Halas. That's the episode, The Folding Halls. The Carving Farm. The Experiment Chambers. The Flesh Mound Facility. Oh my god. I love that he has mapped out all the rooms like dungeons. That's awesome. And they have the arrows. If you go in this room, you go here. If you go here, you go here. You go here. I love it. That is fabulous. All right. So the second half of this episode, I'm assuming, is going to be us going to the Folding Halls. Hence the name is the Folding Halls. I can't help but imagine that's where we're going. The Folding Halls of Halas. I do love me a map. I typed up that Alora said in the past. I did not type up future quotes. What's that plastic shit they pour and can color? They put hot dogs in a block of it. Spam? Are we talking about spam? Focus, focus. Alora presented this. Ford just drank all of it. It's gone. Yeah. I dig it. Where's my basic potion? We're down to under 10 minutes, everybody. Focus up. I see it. Focus up. Last 10 minutes. We need 17 likes. Do we make it? We need a like every minute. He's being smart by not letting it be translated. Ah, I like that. That's cool. I like that. So they could see the imprinted, like if I was just like knocking on something over and over again, you'd know that something, like, why was I in that spot for that long? I mean, you could, I dig that. You could definitely deduce that something was going, I mean, you could, it's something. Perma heart. Look at Laura. Let's break Marisha's bones. Let's break. Oh my God. I don't remember her saying that, but I'm not saying she's lying. But she obviously must have, because she is that excited about it. And all right, the perma heart. All right. I mean, that all makes sense to me. Laura's having a heart attack for a minute here. She looks like she's breathing very heavily and highly excited. I wouldn't have thought something that epic to the storyline would have been in the Happy Fun Ball. But I also thought there's probably crazy good things that we're missing out on. But that's pretty on the nose with what we're dealing with. Halas. Hala. Laura theorized to Travis in between episodes in real life, and she ended up being right. I mean, it is pretty epic. I I I can't relate because I feel like the happy if this happened during the time of the Happy Fun Bowl, I feel like it's been so long since we've dove into the Happy Fun Bowl that I kind of just never thought we'd go back to the Happy Fun Bowl. I knew like you said had it and everything, but I just kind of thought we were done with the Happy Fun Ball. So anything dealing with it, I kind of stopped theorizing about. Which I mean, it's awesome though. It's awesome. Let's get in there. Everyone's like ready to go. Let's go. Happy Fun Ball time. There was barely a difference in that moment. That's good D&D. I just accidentally lost our spot on my end. I just had to hunt for it again, and I'm mildly lost. Well, it's over in under 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure we got less than 5 minutes left. Press that button. Let's just do it. Yeah. Well, time is of the essence, like they said. We need to get going with this whole shenanigans. I was gonna say, I've had this conversation with people before. Is that brave to dive into like something you don't know? One could say that it is being naive or foolish. There's a difference between, like, you need to know what you're up against for it to be brave, in my opinion. If you see a guy and you're like, all right, I'm gonna fight this guy, that's brave if you go at him and he's bigger than you. But if you just dive into a portal and you don't know what's there, that's slightly insane. Reckless for sure. Yeah, like I literally had this debate. I forget what brought it up. We were watching something and they were literally talking about being brave. And I was like, that's not brave. If he succeed, whatever it was, I was like, if this person succeeds, they are, that is purely luck. That had nothing to do with being brave. They could have easily dove into certain death and just died immediately, and it wouldn't have been their fault, but they would have been dumb for just diving into like something they didn't know. I was like, you in my mind, you're brave if you know what you're up against and you're outnumbered. Like, say it's like the 300. Like, you got to fight 1,000 guys, but you know there's 1,000 guys and you know what you're up against, and you're like, I'm just going to be brave and fight 1,000 guys. At least you know. It's not a surprise. Otherwise, you're silly or stupid or crazy or insane or reckless. But I want them to be. I'm not knocking them right now. I want them to do this. Even though we don't know what they're in for, I would still do it. I'm just saying I don't know if that's brave. That's all I'm saying. With guidance. Yeah, it's only stupid if it backfires on you. True. If you succeed and it was a bad choice, it's still not. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't call it stupid, but odds are, well, not odds are, but you know, we are going into the ball. And that's it. I was looking, I'm like, we have a minute left. Definitely stupid slash reckless because they know one of the rooms had a dragon. What do the other rooms have? And the bull is called the Archmage Mage Bane. Yes. Key example of insane, but brave, the A team. I would agree with this statement, and I love the A team. The A team, I love the Liam Neeson movie with Rampage Jackson and others, Bradley Cooper. I think that's an amazing movie. I watch it all the time. And yes, the A team is insane, ridiculous, on almost a Fast and the Furious type level of luck and success. And I love it. But yes, that is definitely reckless. In their case, though, I guess I would say, even though it's radical and insane and reckless, they're doing it to save many people for the greater good. And even though this might be similar, I don't know. I feel like they're doing it for their country, and it's sort of like government ordered jobs. So it's a little more brave than reckless. I don't know. It's I feel like each case is debatable. And we're done. Matt's gonna say goodnight, and then we'll finish Travis's Spooktacular. Is this the one I saw? Is this another one, or is that the Travis Spooktacular that I saw? You got the perfect warlock. I think that's the Travis Spooktacular that I've seen. All right, I'm just gonna get this right to there. I'm going to go right there. 420, 420 is the time. It does not look like we're achieving 50 likes. We're going to talk for like 5 minutes, but that was a great one, guys. I do enjoy it. So we got the moment. We get to see Alora. We find out that Yusa is in the Happy Fun Ball or been missing for 3 weeks, and we are now bamfed inside. I've got to assume that the folding halls is where we're going because that is the name of the episode, and that was one of the places in the Happy Fun Ball. Let me just seal that up. But very cool. I mean, I did not think the Happy Fun Ball would be coming back in this fashion. I thought maybe we'd talk about it again or see something, but I didn't expect us to need to jump back in and possibly go and use it to stop the laughing hand. That was interesting in itself. IMHO from the episode until around episode 114 is amazing Critical Role content, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, is that? In my humble opinion? I don't think I've ever seen IMHO, but I think that's what it is. From this moment on, we are balls to the wall, high gear, never ending, high octane amazing. Really. From this episode until around 114, amazing content. So that's good to know. So we'll build up to the cathedral. We'll do the cathedral in full now instead of this one. If you guys are jumping in late, we had originally said we were going to do this in full. It was also a much shorter episode. One of the shorter episodes in recent memory and into the near future. I looked at a bunch of them, and this was one of the shortest ones. But I felt that because of the timing of everything and everything being so behind from Dragon Con and me not getting the episodes out, I was supposed to drop everything last week. Well, half of it was supposed to drop last week. Nothing went accordingly. I had to do it all this week, and that's why we got flooded with Critical Role like every day this week since I got back. I got back like Wednesday night. I think something came out real early Thursday, and then literally in the last like 36 hours, everything got dropped. So this will give people a chance to catch up as well. We also, I mean, there's a lot. We found out about Alora, Yusa, the room, the Perma Heart. Was it the Perma Heart? We know why the episode's called this. We also got Wensforth, who, what is wrong with Wensforth? You don't ask who is in the stone. I guess it was the big reveal kind of thing. They didn't want to tell us, but still. From this moment on, and yes, I know we still get a lot. Is that a lot of quiet moments? I think that's what that says. But on that note, guys, I think I'm going to shout everybody out. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm actually going to take a shower, go to sleep early, wake up really early in the morning, finish this episode for Patreon and YouTube this week, and then I'm going to do a lot of edits. I got to edit up Adventure Time still for this week. I got to edit up Justified's finale, and I got to edit up Fiona and Cake. So, like, I'm going to do another episode of Fiona and Cake. So I got a lot to do. I also got to do the review for the new episode of Adventure Time that was supposed to come out Monday but got delayed. So there's a lot of things I got to do tomorrow, but with that, I'm going to do this. And then by Wednesday, I'm hoping we're back to normal. By Wednesday, I mean, you guys won't notice anything because I'm going to be dropping everything as normal as possible, which probably shouldn't show to you guys at all. But I just have a lot of other J4 Halfling Barbarians and Renfair date. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it in my phone right now. This is how I remember things now. I just put it in my phone. So we've got 4 Halfling Barbarians. I put Vatbarians. Barbarians. And the Ren. All right, we got it. Michael, I will let you know. Till next week, y'all. But let's say goodnight to everybody. Beep, beep, Richie, Michael, and the Dude JB, my moderators. Thank you. Clever name I made previously. Dark Wolf, Amelia, John Forsyth. Good to see you, John. I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit, but we haven't been here for 2 weeks, so maybe I'm just forgetting. Dark Wolf, Leading Blind, Vero G. I know I saw Daniel O'Day, Amelia Colvin, Ninja Master. I don't think is back yet. Still working. The Chimiki Pero. We've got... Who else? I know there's more people that I'm missing. I know I saw Forrest the Runner. I remember Guy was in here. I saw Gabsy27, I remember. I'm just seeing if there's any other names I can remember. I'm just going off the top of my head. If there's anybody I missed and you're still in here, I remember Mark was in here. Jeff Lundy was in here. I think that might be everyone I see all the way back to almost the beginning. Morphing. Oh my God, I forgot Morphing. I was going to say, I'm trying to go off the top of my head, and a lot of you came in somewhere in the middle there. If I missed you, I apologize, but I think I got most of you. Time to watch Four-Sided Dive. I am going to shower and probably pass out to, I don't know what. I think Strays just came out. Maybe I'll watch that. But on that note, is it Friday yet? I don't know. Is it? Maybe. Where's the button?